Hello!
Welcome to Night's Hall.
My name is Chris, and hopefully you are looking at not a frozen camera, but that's what I see.
That's what we see. I'm Julie, and welcome to Saturday Night's Fights.
Yeah, we got a great selection of fights here for you. Okay, camera is frozen.
Thanks,
Fabulous.
guys.
Fabulous. Thank you, Josh.
We've got a couple of technical difficulties, but we'll work them out.
Oh yeah, what would a stream be without some technical difficulties?
The main camera is behind here, right?
It's right up there.
All right, right.
And then,
so when I'm standing there, we're gonna.
if you're standing behind that line, you are off camera.
Behind what line?
The line in the mats there.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
All right. So Curtis, when you're raising.
Okay. Well, that didn't resolve the camera, but how are our audio levels? If you could give us a shout out on that.
Try switching scenes.
Yeah.
And we're
Nah, it still hates it. So we'll give you something else to look at.
Be a light here when this is on.
It should be.
Should we try
Okay.
to work it out in different ways?
So we'll give you something more interesting to look at. We've got the hall all done up. We've got our 2 camera angles today. On your top right, you'll see our fixed camera. It did blink for a second. And then we've got Paul on our action wireless camera, who's going to be giving you really amazing shots throughout the whole fight. There's Jack waving at you. So let's jump right into it. We've got a few different fights today. And, you know what? We're going to let Jay do some talking.
Thank you for joining us after such a freaking long hiatus. Glad to have you back and in one piece and all alive. So that's good. That's the best part, right? We're all alive. Anyone who's not alive, raise your hand. All right. So first off, welcome. We're going to come back to fighting again regularly, which is what we've been wanting to do for the past 2 years. So thanks for coming here tonight and being vaxxed. We have, I think, 8 fights in front of you tonight. So we have 8 matches, 4 in the first half. There'll be an intermission, followed by the second 4 fights. And our first fight, let me double check everything, is Michael Johnson versus Brandon Muscle Jesus Ross. Michael Johnson. Yeah, come on. Hey! Should be a score. Just give him my score. Thank you. And then Michael Johnson is over here, so that means Brandon Muscle Jesus Ross is coming over here to the executioner corner.
Okay, yeah, so we've got Brandon versus Mikey today. We'll give you a quick... It's definitely going to come with the aggression, and I think, Mikey likes to play the repost.
I think he's going to look for the reaction and the dodge, so he's going to try to get out of the way and then return fire. But he better get out of the way.
So, where did my third go?
Oh, audio went out when we went to the tail of the tape.
Oh, apologies, yes. next time we go to tailor the tape, I'll make sure to throw the mic up there. We've had this is kind of plan D for our audio right now. So thank you for bearing with our technical difficulties.
We're going to keep working on it and try to make sure that everything goes smoothly from here on out. And maybe at some point you'll even get to see us. But no promises.
All right, so we are doing night fights today. So we're going to be doing, I think, best of 3 rounds. Probably it's going to be varying round lengths depending on the experience of the fighters.
Right, that's usually the case. Although I think they usually stick to 9. I want to say they stick to 60, 90.
Yeah, it's
Or 2 minutes.
60 seconds for the beginners. All right, and it's on. So we are being scored on a 10-point must system. So the winner of each round is going to get 10 points.
Mikey's starting out real aggressive. He's going for a takedown.
Knees, buddy.
Oh, Brandon almost
All
lost
right.
his feet there, throwing the knee. And
All right.
he's down. That was a nice takedown
Very
by
nice
Mikey.
takedown. That's going to give Mikey an early advantage in this round.
Ooh, some solid shots. I see a lot of aggressive grappling here, and
Yeah.
not as many strikes as I was anticipating.
Well, I know, Mikey has been training the grapples quite a bit lately, and actually helping out with our Portland Reavers team with grappling.
Yeah, they just broke them up to get the strikes more into play, and I'll limit the amount of time to find out. That was a nice strike.
Very good shield
Roll
punch.
to the-
Some hooking there, probably.
We have a lot of shield punches here, and I don't see a lot of the use of the swords tonight, but they're probably going to get tired out.
Looks like we lost a cross guard on one of the weapons, but it's not really a safety issue, so... Oh, it's the nasal.
Oh, so we have a helmet. Hopefully that can get fixed.
Do you think trying to reconnect to the when you want to look at for that? Do you think reconnecting to the you know how you select video source? Think reselecting it would work at all?
I tried that.
Okay.
Josh is already up here challenging people. You gonna come out and fight here, Josh?
It's a great place to fight.
You haven't been here in a while. So I think we're just
Yeah.
gonna take some time
So-
for repairs here.
So in that round, who do you think has the lead? I'm thinking Mikey.
I do too. I think Mikey came out much more aggressive and was definitely throwing shots at the beginning.
Yeah.
Got the takedown. I think that Brandon was a little bit more reserved. I don't know if he's trying to spare his gas tank or what's happening there, but I expect to see him come out much more aggressive this round.
Yeah, he's definitely going to make up some ground here, I think. I expect a flying kick.
Yeah, flying kicks all around. Now they're taking some time to feel each other
Okay,
out, see who's going to
thinking
move
about
the
it.
first move. They're both waiting for the other person to start up.
Stay active, boys. Stay active. Stay active.
All right.
Mikey with the knees again. He's really bringing the aggression tonight.
Knees. Knees too. Go the knees.
Brandon's throwing some kicks, trying to take him down, and he did a
Excellent
good job.
takedown. Excellent takedown.
He worked at that. He finally got the legs out from
Yeah,
under.
weakened him up a bit with the knees, brought his weight forward, and then just took out his legs.
I think he was throwing some kicks at his spins to get him to sweep him out. I definitely think that Mikey's throwing a lot more weapon shots tonight.
Stay active, bro. Stay active, Brandon. More shots. Stay active. Land
So
something.
I definitely am noticing a lot of knees from Mikey when they're in those clinch.
Yep, even when Mikey's bent over, he's finding those knees. Another strong takedown with Brandon.
Yeah. Brandon took Mikey down, almost went down with him. Caught himself by the helmet.
I think that's definitely going to capture the round for Brandon. That's the round. All right. So now
I don't know if I would go there because I do think that there was a lot of solid blows coming from Mikey.
I think Mikey was up on striking, and striking is the first criteria in judging.
Yep.
So I'm going to kick it over to instant replay. This is a new feature. To our frozen commentator screen here. At least it's a half decent picture of us.
Right? Hey, there we go.
And you know what? Let me see if I can just re-add the source. Maybe that will. Nope, it's just us frozen, but big. But we'll leave this up so the chat can participate here.
You kind of see what we look like.
So I'm thinking right now we're at a tie, and we're gonna go into the third.
You think so?
That's my guess.
I mean, I think are we doing 3 or are we doing 5? Night 5s are 5, are they not?
Best of 5 or best of 3? Hard to tell. Oh, let's get back to the action.
There we go. Round 3.
Same thing, man. On your turn. Don't push till you're ready.
And hear the coaching from the corners. They're definitely.
Yeah, Brandon is not doing a lot of striking.
He's not.
He's
but
definitely
he's much more aggressive.
Yes,
this time.
he's up on the aggression this round. He's definitely controlling the ring.
Mikey bounds out of that one, but I expect he's going to come in and. Brandon's dominating this time around.
Yeah, Brandon's throwing mostly non-weapon strikes, though, which, while are good, are not judged as highly as the weapon strikes Mikey is throwing. And now Mikey has control of the ring.
Each other, yeah. I think they're. There we go with those knees again.
Yeah, and you can see Brandon's leg is up, trying to guard against those knees. It's a dangerous place.
They're pretty powerful. I think he's probably feeling it at this point.
Well, yeah, after the first 6, I imagine.
Push his sword hand up and go out. Push his sword hand up. Get under his sword hand. Your shield hand under his sword hand. Bring your shield hand down.
For those of you that may not have fought in these matches before, you can hear the coaches in the corners giving them a lot of tips. It's really hard to hear them when you have somebody slamming away at your head. But they're really great trips, and if they say them enough times, you hope your fighter will actually hear it and be able to get out of their situation.
I was asking you to cut away from it for a second.
Okay. So while we let the fighters rest for a minute, I'm going to continue trying to work on this frozen camera, because why not?
So it's even frozen with the camera pulled out. So I think there's something in the program itself that's...
Yeah, I guess the software just isn't a fan of this camera now that we're going live. So we'll go back to the more interesting shots. So yeah, we're going into round 4. So we're definitely
5 rounds. Yeah.
either we've had 2 draws in the eyes of the judges, or we're going to best of 5. Very courteous of him.
I mean, everybody has a moment where their sword's backwards, right? You can tell these guys have fun with this stuff, too. You get some little slice.
Oh, excellent shield punch.
Oh, they're really...
And he gets a very strong underhook.
Yeah.
As he takes... Oh, but Mikey reverses it.
That was a beautiful
And lands in
throw,
very
but
strong
they both
position.
went,
Now, we don't do ground fighting in our night fights. But if we did, Wow, that would
That
have been an
a great
excellent position.
Yeah. And it was a beautiful throw. It was absolutely.
Roll out, man. Roll out. Get off the rail. Get off the rail.
Unfortunately, Mikey is doing a lot of controlling against the rail. Brandon's backing into the rail a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just he's trying to bide his time and look for the openings.
I don't know that he has a lot of time to bide.
Yeah.
Brandon seems to just try to be going muscle against muscle and pushing back against him instead of circling out or wriggling free.
I think maybe he wasn't expecting quite the grappling game.
You know, I wasn't expecting this level of aggression from Mikey.
Yeah, same.
It's very impressive.
Very nice. So that was round 4 for people who are keeping track.
So I think that round goes to Mikey again.
I agree.
And I would not be surprised if that was the last round, unless we've had some draws.
Yeah, that's possible. We're waiting to hear from the judges now. For those. So if we're getting a view of our crowd here today, we've got a live audience.
Yeah, this is a special event. It is free for our audience when they show up with a completed vaccination card. So we got a lot of vaccination happening here.
All right,
All
here
right,
we
round
go.
5.
Round 5. And we're waiting again.
Yeah. Mikey's gonna let him start, or is he waiting to
they're
pounce?
Both ready.
Oh, Brandon starts the
Brandon
fight.
come in. He's got to control that corner though. Oh!
Oh, Brandon loses his footing. But he's up quick. He's back at it. Oh, and the crowd loves it. Oh, and a beautiful sweep.
They're really tangled up.
And they're not ground fighting. They're just kind of tumbled on each other.
All right. I think Brandon is gassing a bit, but
Back at it.
everybody's getting very excited by this. So
Work everything you got.
we need to see Brandon kind of bring the aggression back.
And he needed to.
Yeah.
Oh, Mikey, you don't have time. You got to prove this round.
That was a nice strike.
Gotta get in there, man.
Slips that punch and gets him tangled up with his weapon. Oh, and
and
Mikey
they're both
reverses
down.
it.
That's it. They're very tired. It's after 5 rounds of this stuff. It's hard to get back up each time.
Yeah.
Each time gets a little harder.
All right.
Nice fight.
Very
Really
nice fight. And it's worth noting that these are WMFC pro weight falchions that they're fighting with, which are a bit more unwieldy than they typically fight with.
Yeah, definitely not balanced the way that most people are used to.
Very heavy in the tip, takes a lot of inertia to swing and recover from.
And that may be why we didn't see a lot of swinging tonight.
Yeah, could be. We got a great view here. Mikey the young lion.
Some really great
So,
grappling work, though.
so Chad, that's round 5. Who do you think took it? Let's get some predictions here.
I know Josh has some opinions.
Josh has been watching very closely. I'm sure he's got his own fight card built up.
Almost certainly. Yeah,
Yep.
I'd say that's pretty good.
I think that's a pretty
good
close guess,
assessment.
Josh.
We have our decision.
Winner this round, Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson.
Wow.
Great fight, you guys.
Terrific fight. Terrific fight.
So some really, really great grappling work there.
Yeah.
A lot of aggression on Mikey's part.
See if you can grab some of these fighters. We're gonna get Vincent to maybe drag someone over here, and hopefully we can get a quick fighter interview in before the next fight starts off. So yeah, I think the biggest factor of that fight was Mikey's aggression. Mikey is usually the counter puncher, but
Yeah.
he came out with his own authority this
He
time
did.
around.
And every time that Brandon brought the aggression, Mikey turned it around and either got out of the way or reversed the control. And so he just displayed a lot of grappling skill and also did got a lot of really good strikes in as well.
All right.
We got Mikey coming in.
Okay.
Where are we doing this? Where am I sitting?
This is awesome.
Jack, can I steal that chair?
Now we're gonna go to an interview here.
Hi, where am I facing?
I guess
That
maybe-
way? Towards Vince?
Yes.
My camera's right there. Can you stand behind Vince by chance? Because I'm not turning.
Alright. So, how long's it been since your last fight?
My last actual fight, it was probably right before COVID really hit for an actual fight. We've done some armored practices, but way less intense than this, especially fighting Brandon.
So, like, how are you feeling after your first fight? Like, after I guess a year and a half now?
It feels good to win. I did not go into tonight thinking I was going to pull a win, so it's really nice knowing that I can beat Brandon. We're both way out of shape from our normal status, so grain of salt, but it still feels really nice. Especially with the new weapons that we've been trying out. We're trying to experiment with the actual WMFC weighted weapons. I just got that sword and shield in like last week, so I haven't even really been practicing with it that much. So it's a totally different type of swing with that type of stuff, and it's just annoying how badly balanced those weapons are. So it's a big change of pace.
So, I'm kind of a noob at this stuff. So I imagine like other inexperienced fighters are probably thinking the same question I just had. Like you're saying, experimenting with these new weighted weapons. Like, how different are they compared to what we're used to?
So my preference for a weapon is arming sword drilling for duels because it's the most commonly used. I like my balance point either at the cross guard or maybe an inch or two past that up the blade. It just makes it so we have better control for the return and the snap of it. But with the WMFC weighted weapons, you either have to go with a full 3 kilogram sword, which by itself I'm pretty sure is illegal, or move the balance point forward so much that it doesn't have that same return snap. So pulling it back is pretty much a full swing in and of itself rather than a normal recovery. So it changes the way you swing and how often you swing completely. But yeah, they're just annoying.
All right. Well, thank you.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Congratulations on your win, and
Thank you so much.
we hope to see you again.
Will do. I'll be back to judging later this evening, so hope everyone's enjoying the fights. Have a good one.
All right.
That was great.
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Vince, for that quickie interview. So, let's check out this next fight. Okay, now we have audio. So, our next fight is going to be Megan Schlott and Marie Brooks. Logic?
Yeah, I think so, Sludgy.
Okay.
Yeah, Megan is a relatively new fighter. She's I think still falls in the rookie category.
Yep.
She is actually now captain of the Banshees, so she's made quite a bit of progress since she started. Marie is, of course, one of our.
Marie has far more experience than this card is actually showing because I did not actually get the full stats from Marie. So,
Marie does not age. So
yes, she is an
forever-
ageless entity.
Yes, exactly.
They
They are
They-
very, very, very adept
They are
with this
very
sword.
skilled. I'm not sure what we're even fighting with. Have you heard what we're fighting with?
I can quickly go find out.
I don't think it's pole arms today, because I feel like everybody would be talking about it.
Yeah, I do not think it's pole arms. I will say that the heavier weapons, I'm pretty sure that Marie could handle that. But this is a night fight, so I do think it's 5 rounds, and it can get really exhausting. So we're going to go to Jay, and
All
he
right.
announces the fight.
From Syracuse, New York, weighing 170 pounds, Megan Slutkin.
Megan is just helming up.
Waiting on Megan.
Helm on. You try to get your helm on, and they're just like
Yeah.
the strap's not cooperating.
We do have this lovely shot, though, of our showrunner, Liz,
Yeah.
with whom we would all be lost.
Yeah, she is. There is not enough credit in the world to give this woman. She does everything. Sure everything
Organizing
goes
both here and abroad. When the executioners travel, she is almost always there with them.
Yep. Overseas, she helps coordinate those as well.
All right, here's Megan.
Here we go.
From Boston, Massachusetts, weighing 170 pounds, Marie Hellcat Brooks.
Okay, yeah, and we are going to be looking at another falchion fight. I don't think these ones are the same pro weight, so maybe they'll actually be able to throw more strikes than in
Yeah.
our last fight.
Yeah, I think a lot of what we saw in the last one was just not being comfortable with the weapons yet. They have just started using them, so balance is a big issue. But I think we're going to see some comfort with these weapons. And I think we're going to see a whole ton of aggression coming from Marie. She's a very, very aggressive fighter.
Yeah. And she's got a lot of experience, but I do know that Megan has been on her grind lately.
Mm-hmm.
She's been hosting a lot of practices for the Banshees and training on her own, I believe, too.
Yeah, she is my captain, so so at the practices with her, and she's really been doing a lot of organizing and making sure that we get together. So here we go.
All right, and it's on. Let's change these names.
Marie's coming in with a lot of leg strikes.
Very active fight. Hopefully they can keep this pace up.
Marie is using her shield really well to control Megan and get the shots in.
Almost walked out of that.
Almost, but yeah.
But she's up quick.
Anyone who's seen Marie fight in melee knows that she's fantastic as a takedowns as well.
Oh, stomp fake.
Yeah. We've been practicing a lot of takedowns lately, so. Both down.
Okay. Way back at it.
It's always great to see your teammates checking in on each other. That was a nice takedown. Once again with the leg strikes, she's trying to get her off.
Oh, yeah. Marie
Stopping her up.
great series of strikes.
The thing you like to see with those strikes is a lot of combos, and that seems to be what Marie's bringing in.
All right, very active round one.
Mm-hmm.
What's your first takeaway?
I think that Marie dominated that, especially with with striking. There were a few takedowns, a few takedown attempts, but I think largely most of the aggression came from Marie. But it was pretty solid on both sides.
Yeah, not a lot of firm ring control either way. They really moved right back and forth around a lot, but Marie definitely up on striking, and with those takedowns, I think that's a solid round for Marie.
Yeah, we got a score from Josh.
Yeah, agreed, Josh. 10-8.
Yeah. It's nice to have our loyal chat judges as well. And it does give the viewers a look into it. Josh is very knowledgeable and skilled himself. So
yeah, and Michael, I do see you calling out for Tony. We are gonna see Tony fighting, but he's gonna be later in the second half of the evening.
Here we go again. Once again with the strike.
Just laying into that leg.
Yep.
Even with the armor, I think Megan's gonna feel that tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Those strikes do tend to wear at your balance. Megan's trying to return. She's going a little low towards the knee. But she's got good control. She's got Marie against the rail. She's throwing some knees.
Yeah.
Marie turned it around and got her down on the ground.
Marie letting Megan come to her.
I think they're both taking a good breath.
Yeah.
They're both scrabbling for position. They want a powerful position, but it looks like Megan's starting to wind down a little.
Yeah. I think those
Marie's
girls
going
are
for the
starting to take a
takedown.
real toll on their gas tank.
Oh yeah. Marie's gone for a couple takedowns, and so far Megan's been able to avoid them. That one I think was a little closer.
A little closer.
I definitely think Marie is still getting in most of the shots, and she's got a little bit more of the grappling control.
I think Megan had more control. Oh, it looks like Marie's knee cop came down.
Oh.
But that'll probably be a pretty quick repair.
I think that might be some tape. Sounded like they said it broke. I've had the strap break on my knees before. It's really annoying.
I think Megan did a better job that round in ring control. She was in the center most of the time, had Marie up on the list quite often. In striking,
she was definitely returning more. There were a lot more of attempts to get into the legs like Marie had gotten with her. So they were both kind of going at each other's legs a lot. I think there was some waning energy towards the end, which is understandable.
And
we're all coming back to this.
I think perhaps the design of Marie's shield aids her leg defense a bit more. It looked to me like Megan's shield was getting tied up high, and then she couldn't drop it quick enough to soak those leg strikes.
Yeah, and Marie was using her shield as a maneuvering tactic to get some of those leg shots in, because she could keep Megan at bay with the shield, and she was using it at an angle, sort of controlling the shoulder. So that was really a good tactic, and I think that's why she got so many leg shots in.
Yeah, Heverbrast. Big shout out again to our cameraman Paul. He's he got thrown into it. His first time using the our action cam, and he's doing a great job.
Yeah, it's really great to see all of these different angles.
I'm shooting him some finger guns, but you can't see it.
I know. So we're working on some armor repair right now, and as soon as we get Marie's armor back into shape.
Now we're on cam. Hey, everybody.
Looks like we're good to go.
And I tell you, it feels real good to be back in the hall,
Yeah.
doing these events with a live audience, you know.
Now we're ready. Round 3. Almost lost track.
All right, time's up. Round 3.
Let's get it. You're trying to distract with the stomps.
Looks like Megan, I think, got a bit more wind back in that break.
Oh yeah. Definitely dancing around each other quite a bit here. Looks like they're a little tangled. Got some. That was a bit of a neat.
Might have rode that one up the middle.
Yeah, I think that was a knee to
All
the
right.
unfortunate area.
Make up those strikes. Come on.
Yep, back at the leg
She's
again.
got to block that leg.
Chopping it. I think she needs to start returning some strikes.
She's coming in with a lot. Megan's coming in with a lot of those shield punches, but they're sort of glancing up. I think she maybe needs to work a bit more of a downward trajectory.
Maria's or Megan?
Megan's
Yeah.
shield punches.
I think.
Especially since I think she does have a slight height advantage.
Right. I do think that there's some hesitation with that shield, and she needs to really decide what she's going to do with the shield. If she's going to use it as a maneuver, or if she's going to punch with it and commit to it.
I think Marie finished very strong at the end of that round.
Definitely.
Some really exceptional. This was round 3, and she threw that flurry like it was round 1.
I think she's gotten her second win.
Yeah.
I definitely think you have some fighters that are very methodical and some that are very aggressive and flamboyant. And Marie definitely falls in that latter category.
They're taking their helmets off, so it looks like
Oh,
Okay.
we're done.
So it looks like we have a decision by the judges.
My right side. My right side. My right side. There you go.
So we're trying to take off Ellen's chair.
But I think both fighters actually kept up a really strong pace for that whole fight.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely very, very aggressive, very combative. Like they were just in that grapple, switching domination the entire time.
Now we're going to send Vince over there, see if we can tackle one or two of these fighters down for a quick interview. If you have any questions you want to throw at these fighters, go ahead and throw it there in the chat, and hopefully we can get it over to them.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that particular fight was very energetic. I do think that a lot of times you don't always see that in women's fights. So I was really impressed.
All right. Looks like we might have both fighters.
Both fighters.
Terrific.
All right, so I'm probably going to ask every fighter this tonight. How long has it been since you guys fought in armor? Last fought in armor?
Besides our one training.
Yeah, besides our one training, I think the last fight that we had was in October. Reno, yeah, so October. Yep.
All right.
I've never fought one-on-one like that before, though. No, that was new.
Awesome. So, how are you guys feeling after that?
Terrible. Terrible.
Tired, but can't wait to do it again.
For sure. It was a lot of fun. I've never fought Megan like that before. And like I knew she was going to be a challenge because I've wrestled with her in melees, but that was tough. That was good.
All right. Shoot, I'm struggling for questions. So, how are you guys feeling with the weapons? Like, are we comfortable with them, or?
I am not great with sword and shield yet, so shield is a bit of a struggle because I feel like it's always in my way. I like a two-hand weapon so that I can, maneuver a little more.
And I'm super new to falchion. Like when I do sword and shield, I usually do arming sword and buckler. And so having like the bigger weapon and the bigger shield added so much extra weight that I'm just like, I was fine the first round, and then 2 and 3 KO, and I'm just like, I don't want it.
The arms get heavy.
Yeah, for sure.
So now that you guys fought each other one-on-one for the first time, would you guys do it again?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think you're going into the Rookie Rumble.
Yep, this will be my
week?
last Rookie Rumble. It's going to be next weekend. Yep.
Awesome. So I hope you wish you well.
Thank
for
you.
that, and congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
All right. So they mentioned the Rookie Rumble there, so that would be a great time to show you guys what we have planned next week. If the image loaded, but it chose not to. So let's see if we can dig it back up. Hey. Now, what is the Rookie Rumble?
Rookie Rumble is a fight that we have once a year for all of our rookies that are 18 months of training or 18 months of fighting and under. So we have a lot of good new people that have been fighting for a year or so, and they're going to be coming from all over the country to fight each other. It's going to be awesome. So my one chance to fight in Rookie Rumble was one of my most amazing fights ever, and I strongly encourage people to tune in if they get a chance, or if you're in the area to definitely come and watch the fight.
So yeah, the Rookie Rumble is going to be happening next weekend here in Nashua. Last I heard, there was 60 fighters registered, but
That's amazing.
There may have been some dropouts. Now, if we can do it live, we are very excited to do so. But
it is in the middle of the woods.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I always have that problem with externals.
So
okay, yeah, Rookie Rumble, yeah. So it's going to be this next Saturday, a week from today.
Yep.
It's going to have a ton of duels in the morning because lots of the fighters were looking for duels.
Yep.
And then in the afternoon, it's going to have a Warlord tournament.
The most amazing tournament.
A very exciting format where you start off with a whole bunch of one-on-ones, and then every person who defeats their opponent adds them to their roster. And now suddenly you have a bunch of teams of 2v2s.
Yep.
And then it turns into teams of 4v4s. And the eventual, it's an all-v-all with everybody who's left standing. And at the end, you get one warlord of the winning team as the overall victor.
The two teams at the end, it's like an amoeba situation. They're just absorbing everybody, so the two teams fight at the end.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Red Rover sort of format.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because you got to beat your opponent, but you don't want to beat them too badly because they're going to be on your team right after.
I've definitely had situations in Warlord tourneys where I've taken a knee simply to preserve energy. I ended up going into the 2v2 without my teammate. So I decided to take a knee to preserve energy so that I could fight with the other team.
Mm-hmm.
It's strategic.
Yeah, there's a lot of strategy, and then it caps off the evening with the Rookie Rumble, which is a very very fun pro wrestling-esque fight where we start off with I think 2 fighters, and then every 15, 30 seconds or whatever, we send in another fighter, and we just keep going until nobody's left standing except one.
Bodies everywhere.
Oh, everywhere.
tripping over. Oh, it's great.
And you
It's
don't get to
great.
leave the list when you fall.
No,
so
no.
the more bodies accumulate in the field, the more hazards there are to work around.
Yeah, or
Super
push
exciting.
people over. It's great. It's
From Albany, New York.
Okay.
Here we go. Next fight.
235 pounds. Fighting Falcon and Shield. Xander Crahan. From East Hampton, Massachusetts, weighing 232 pounds, Gavin Poole.
All right. I'm going to quickly go back to that tail of the tape. So we got Xander. This is his first fight here at the Knights Hall or in Steel at all.
Yeah, that's great.
Gavin Hoole, he's a second generation fighter. He's young, but he's already got quite a bit of experience.
He started fighting as soon as he possibly could.
Oh, yeah.
He turned 18 and he was fighting in Scotland at IMCF World Championship. I believe he fought in Albiol with me. So that was great. So he's been fighting for a few years. Of course, a lot of us have been out of training for some time. So it'll be interesting to see where he's at with his gas tank.
All right, let's kick it back over to the action. Now, Xander has quite a height advantage, but will that be enough to overcome the experience that Gavin has?
So we're seeing blow by blow. We want to see some more combos.
All right. A lot of aggression.
Yeah, definitely. That was a very nice shot.
Xander's swinging hard.
He is. I think he's gonna find he tires out a lot faster than he thinks.
You know,
But he's throwing some great shots.
he's throwing a lot of knees, but they're going right into that shield, and it's just going to tire him.
So I think that we are seeing Xander's been training for a couple of months pretty steadily,
Oh, he's been training hard, and I think it shows.
I'm not sure how much Gavin's been training because he haven't had access.
Keep that shield up.
I definitely think this is a situation where we're seeing skill versus stamina. I think that Xander has been training a lot, as much as possible, and I know that Gavin has been out of training for a little while. So, but his skill is making up for.
Yeah. You're okay. You're good. Oh, okay. Back to our lovely still for a moment while our cameraman readjusts.
So both those cameras are plugged in.
What's what?
Both those cameras are plugged in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's take another
Let's see
crack
if we
at
can try to get our cameras
our
up.
video source here. Hey, that'll do.
Hey! Just put it over the biggest.
It's square. I don't know why. Back to the fight.
Once again, lots of aggression. Some good swings. Xander's trying to get the clutch to pull him down. We need to trip him up, I think. Gavin's pretty good at staying up. landing. I mean, they're both throwing strikes. I think Xander's are landing more solidly.
Yeah, but he is also still throwing a lot of non-scoring strikes.
And I can see that Gavin is getting very tired.
Yeah, Gavin's shield is starting to drop. It's making those shots get in easier for Xander.
Xander's getting in and out. He's moving around. He's definitely controlling this round. And now I think he's starting to gas a little too.
Yeah,
Getting some rock'em sock'em nights. Nice.
Very nice. Right, we're gonna have an interesting round 3, I think. Now that they both have really exerted themselves.
Yeah. Well, I think they're gonna get a little chance to get some wind in them. So we'll probably see some aggression right after the beginning, and then probably again we'll drop our energy levels down a bit to the middle of the round.
But for Xander's first fight, I am very impressed. You know, he has been training hard, and it shows because the stamina. Okay, we're gonna let our cameraman take a break. Oh, we can go back to us now that hey, we got a picture again.
Yes. So yeah, Xander's been doing great. Like I am really impressed for somebody's first fight. It's we're very
now
big.
We're big.
It's very apparent that he has been listening and learning what they've been teaching him in the striking classes.
Yeah, he's been attending a lot of classes and our battle days as well. He's always on the field.
So we're back to our fighting.
Okay.
We still don't have
So our
camera.
action cam's down for.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
That was a fantastic front kick.
Yep. Folded him right in half.
It did. I don't think he was expecting that.
No. I think Gavin was a little frustrated.
I like that Xander is like mixing up his blows.
Yep.
He's hitting high, he's hitting low. And here we are, middle of the round. They're starting to get tired. It's now 2 rounds. Super tiring. And now they're just like blow. It just they're trying to get their win back. Xander's trying to go for a takedown.
He's throwing some knees, but they're kind of wide, so.
Yeah. They're wide and they're slow.
Yeah, he'd be better off with those chops.
Definitely.
Gavin with the headbutts.
We got some headbutts in there. You can't go wrong with those. That was a nice couple shots at the end. They were both clearly very exhausted.
Yeah. So, where do we think we're standing? This was round 3. Are we done? Or are we going to get more rounds, do you think?
I think that we're probably going to call it, but I can't be sure. I think one of those rounds may have gone to Gavin, but I think that Xander's been taking them.
I think the first round possibly could have gone Gavin or draw.
Yeah. I'm surprised Josh hasn't said.
Yes.
Where's our score, Josh? We're counting on you, man. We got really quiet all of a sudden.
A hush falls upon the crowd.
What do you guys think in chat?
Yeah, let's see some predictions. All right, looks like we're going to round 4.
Well, so obviously.
So we still got a fight on our hands.
Josh wasn't watching. That's disappointing, Josh. All right, here we go. Oh, we got some shield shots. We got a. Oh, nice change level.
definitely got the ring control here.
Yep, he's got some shots, some knees.
But Gavin's not done yet. Gavin ain't done yet.
Oh, that was an illegal shot there. You're not calling that. Gavin with the headbutts again. He's just gonna let his head do the work.
He's too tired to swing his arms. He'll just swing his head at you.
Swing whatever you got.
Big opening on.
Xander's still got some really good solid shots. Shoulder, he's going with the leg.
Yeah.
He's changing locations.
Those collar shots seem to be coming on the inside of the pauldron too, so that could be a little more sensitive.
Definitely. Xander's just throwing knee after knee after knee. He's got to be really careful about where he's throwing those shots. So.
Yeah.
Keep going. 10 more seconds. You got this. You're strong.
There we go.
I don't know if you can hear it through the camera, but we can hear those grunts of aggression and just stubbornness. They're just not quitting. They're pushing through.
Yeah, that is definitely one thing you miss when you're not in the live event. Is you don't hear those little conversations between the fighters. You don't hear the grunts and the output of wind when somebody gets a good shot in the torso region. It's pretty intense in person.
Ooh. Rumor from the judges' table, I'm hearing another round.
Oh my. I'm actually a little surprised. I felt like Xander was dominating a little bit more than that, but at the end of the day, it's the judges that make the call.
Mm. Okay, yeah.
Apparently they can hear the grunts over the speakers.
Oh, terrific. Opens with his kick. Xander wants this real bad.
He's just throwing strike after strike. And all of those are counting. Nice. He's using his shield to control him. Throwing.
Oh, very good. Aggressive. Yeah.
Gavin really needs to start swinging his sword and getting some shots in.
If this were longsword, I think those half-sword strikes would have counted more, but I don't know if that counts for a Bouchon.
I'm not sure, but he's receiving a lot of strikes, a lot of knees, a lot of kicks. They're both exhausted, but Xander's still pushing it a lot. Gavin's got to get out of that corner. At this point, I think Gavin's hold the fence's headbutt. The kid's got hurt.
Disarm? Almost. All right. Excellent fighting. So they win all 5 rounds. I think I still think it's going to be Xander.
I do too. I'll be very surprised if it is not.
Yeah, we could. Hold on. They're being told not to take helmets off. Okay,
Oh, okay.
we have a decision.
I was, yeah. Definitely at the end of the day, it's not us that makes the choices. The judges decide who wins.
All right.
Oh, we got some blood.
Do it.
We have a nice close-up of the blood. That's awesome. Great job.
All right. We're going to get at least Xander over here for some questions.
How you doing?
Great. My fucking arms are tired.
All right. So this is my first time actually ever seeing you.
Okay.
So I know your name is Xander.
Yep.
How long? Like, I'm assuming this is your first time fighting.
My first fight. Well, I've had some warm-ups, but this is my first one.
So this is your first actual fight, your first win.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like I need a lot of more training to do because I was absolutely blasted in like the middle of the third round. I was like, what are my arms doing? Just trying to throw shots and punches and everything.
That's actually interesting because I've had a few fights and like I'm burnt after the first round.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what it is you're doing that keeps you going into the third and even fifth round.
So what happened in this fight is I was getting him into the list, and I was literally just resting on him, and I would just go for strikes while I was resting. And he started to break away with the pommel strike on the sword near the end, but I was like, if I don't beat this now, then I don't deserve the rest of it, you know?
Yep.
So it felt good though, and it was hard. Chuck really helped with my brain, you know?
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely.
this happened in round 2, by the way. I was like, oh, there it goes.
I'm assuming you're coming for the Rookie Rumble next week.
Yes, I am.
Awesome. I wish I could fight you, but unfortunately my armor is not
Next year.
operational.
Next year, because I got 2 years, so I can go next year.
Okay. So congratulations, your
Thank
first
you.
win and on your first fight.
Thank you.
Hope to see you out there for more.
You will. Thank you to everyone casting as well.
Definitely get patched up.
I will, yeah.
That was great.
What happened to his sword?
No, what happened to his sword?
I missed it.
He bent.
Oh, he bent his sword.
It's instead of this and not this.
Well, I
Nice.
mean, swords. Swords are disposable
All
in
right,
this
so
sport,
that I believe is the end of our fourth fight.
Nope.
No, we got
third fight.
We got
have
one
more.
more fight. Coming up next, we've got.
That's unfortunate.
How about now?
What if we switch to the other?
Shitty butts.
Oh, they
there
can
we
hear
go.
us now. Yay.
Hurrah.
Well, we were just talking about the fighters, and nobody heard us. So,
Yeah.
just I think a little synopsis of what we were talking about. Colton is very athletic, but a very new fighter. This is her first fight. Caitlin's been fighting for about 3 years and has a lot of skill under her belt. So it'll be very interesting to see where that plays out. Because Caitlin also is very athletic and trains a lot.
And has way more helm time. That can't be underestimated.
Oh no, definitely not. And the amount that I've seen Caitlin improve from the day that she's got here till now is just incredible. So I'm eager to see this play out, but I don't know if Colton has very strong weapon skills, so that may be a factor in this.
This could come down to striking.
Yeah.
And blows landed, which is a very. It leads to a very technical fight, which I really do enjoy watching.
Oh yeah, definitely. definitely enjoy that. Especially enjoy seeing it with two very, very skilled weapons users. Oh, here we go. We're gonna take a look at the. Can we show the audience our bent sword, bent falchion?
Yeah, let's kick it over to our commentator's cam, and you can see this is the sword that was used by Gavin in the last fight, and it done got bent when he was shoving Xander around the list.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they're not indestructible.
Yeah, they're not indestructible. They are real steel weapons, though. So you can imagine the amount of force it has to exert to get, crooked like that. Yeah, and not bend back.
Yep.
So this falchion's gonna need some attention, I think, before the next fight.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I do want to just mention. I don't know if people were watching and saw, but the camaraderie between the competitors after a fight is something that I find really exceptional about the sport. And you do see it in a lot of sports, but I think in this sport particularly, it is always there. You rarely see two fighters that snub each other at the end of a fight.
Mm-hmm.
You usually see hugs and kisses and pats on the back or other places. It's really inspiring to me. It's something I love.
Yeah, these fighters, they lay it all out there. They put all themselves into these rep matches, and it's just such an experience and a bond that you form.
Yeah.
When even you're wailing on a friend of yours.
Yeah, definitely. Even more so for it, I think.
Yeah,
it's the number of times you have like a really solid injury, and then you come to your opponent and be like, oh, I'm going to be so sore tomorrow. I'm going to have multiple bruises.
All right.
Hey, here we go.
Nichols from Newfield, New Hampshire, weighing 175 pounds, using arming sword and shield. From Providence, Rhode Island, weighing 125 pounds, Colton. This is Colton's first fight.
Okay, so yeah, we're doing an arming sword fight. Now, an arming sword, we've seen all falchions so far tonight.
So far, yeah.
But the arming sword is a lighter weapon. It's a better balanced weapon, typically. So you can get a lot more finesse in with it.
What you don't have is a lot of power with these. So you really got to make sure your shots land and land on edge.
Caitlin's coming out swinging.
I think
Colton trying to throw those knees in. I'm not seeing if they're connecting much.
seeing a lot of both of their athleticism. They're working.
Oh. Maybe a low blow?
Very possibly.
That's an injury.
So we've got an injury.
Yep.
Caitlin is down. We need to see what's going on here.
I'm gonna get our medic in here. Nope, right. Never mind.
They're canceling the medic. I think she just needs a minute to.
Yeah, she just needs to breathe that one out.
Yep. Not exactly sure what happened there. I don't know if it was a low blow or she just got the wind knocked out of her.
Yeah.
I think we're
so
just
it appears to be
pausing.
just a low blow, maybe. So we give the fighters, a minute or two. if this was like a ranked fight, I'm sure there's a definitive amount of time you're permitted, but this is more of an exhibition fight.
Yeah.
So we're going to let them have fun.
Yeah, I think it was a low blow because they just gave a warning to Colton.
Okay.
So going back into it.
All right. She's back at it. All right.
It is much better as before.
Caitlin is doing a great job controlling with her shield and striking low at Colton's hips and legs.
And she turned the grapple around so she had dominant position. She's getting a lot of good leg shots in. Colton is swinging a little bit wide.
The official end of round one.
I think we saw a lot of precision on Caitlin's part, as opposed to Colton, who was swinging a little wide and using her shield a lot. It seems like what you might expect from somebody who's coming in from another martial art, who's used to punching. So I'm seeing a lot of cheeks or front kicks and knee attempts from Colton, as well as some punching with the shield, but not a lot in the way of good, solid sword blows. So, and the arming sword is pretty light. So, are we? Can you guys still hear us in chat? Just an audio check.
Yeah, I'm sure. We got one of the best chats on the internet. They're going to tell us if our audio is having difficulties.
That's true. They've been on top of it all night. Thanks, Josh. Especially Josh. Gold starter, Josh. Here we go.
All right, round two.
It's a flurry of blows. A lot more sword swings than Colton this time.
Yeah, Colton's trying to do that more 1-2, 1-2.
Right. Yep. They definitely think that we're seeing Caitlin tire out a little bit.
Yep, Caitlin, her pace is slowing down.
Some of the sword strikes are hitting a little flat.
That was a strong front kick.
So, Caitlin is definitely losing some of the domination.
Oh, yeah, pushes her all the way down.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm liking from Colton is that 1-2 punch swing.
Right.
However, she's not getting a lot of defense off of that. So when Caitlin is swinging, she's getting in.
Right. And she's being more precise about where she's throwing the blows, I think. But I do think that Caitlin is gassing and Colton is not. But that's the athleticism, and that's what we were sort of anticipating.
Fight! You got this!
All right, and they're back at it.
Pull it through, Maddie. Pull it through. There you go. Don't relent. On the back foot. Keep going. Push.
Oh, hard to see.
Yeah.
I love this angle.
Keep going.
I think that Colton has a taste of
Stop fight.
that she's got the dominant gas tank here. And she's pushing harder.
Yeah. So some of the things I'm liking in from Colton. Her leg work and balance seems really good.
Yep.
You know, she's delivering those front kicks, and I think I saw some low kicks in there without telegraphing too much.
Right.
I don't know what their background is in other, perhaps, combat sports, but I'm seeing a higher level of comfort in her legs than in her sword work.
Right. Yeah, I definitely see that more confidence with shield punches and legs. At the beginning of the first round, I was seeing a little more hesitation with some of those kicks. But now it's just, I think now that she knows she has the upper advantage on athleticism, she's just kind of playing that really hard. So I think we're going to see more aggression this time.
I think Colton's going to come out swinging hard.
Yep.
I think she smells blood.
Yeah.
Yep. Immediately pushes Caitlin right into the corner.
Right.
She getting the striking in, though.
Caitlin turned out though.
Yep.
Exactly the right thing to do. Caitlin is definitely working angles much better. So they're calling for more combos. They want to see the fighters striking more than once. One thing you will see in fighters is a lot of times their guard will drop as they get tired. So the sword will drop to the floor, the shield drop by the side. That's usually a good sign that they're gassing out.
Colton should be pressing. She should be pressing.
Yeah, I think
maybe she's starting to feel it now too.
Oh, probably. First fight.
First fight. Yeah, this, you know, that is a huge thing.
Yeah. So you see a lot of the blows that Colton is trying for are missing their target. But
oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
They both kind of got each other at the end there.
Yeah.
A solid blow to the midsection.
And I think we're gonna see a round 4.
I think so too. Maybe.
And then
I know that Caitlin is gassing pretty hardcore right now. So,
yeah.
It can be rough. It can be really rough.
Caitlin doesn't withdraw, because I think Caitlin took round 1.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Caitlin took round 1 at least. Possibly this round. There was more precision on Caitlin's part with the blows, so she may have landed more. So I guess we'll see. I think it's going to come down to what the judges say and whether Caitlin is up for another round. Uh-huh.
Okay.
So we gotta.
Can't really hold. It's yes or no. Now she's got to make that call. Come on, Caitlin, you can do it. You can do it.
3, 4.
Okay, judges started to count.
6, 7.
That's it. They called. Oh, I'm not.
That's a TKO right there.
Yeah, it's rough. There are times when you just can't keep going.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors in play. Whether you're hydrated enough, whether your stamina is where it needs to be, what your calorie intake is. It's not just, there's so many things that go into how you come into the day of the fight.
And those front kicks from Colton, I think, had some real power.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And you take a few kicks right to the diaphragm, you're going to lose your wind, especially when you're hauling around 60 pounds of armor.
That's definitely true. It's especially rough when you come out of it knowing that you maybe were having some domination in the fight, but you couldn't go further. Those times can be really soul crushing when you come out of them.
Win by Colton. Very
performance.
impressive first showing.
He definitely was all there.
Intermission. 20 minutes.
So we're going into intermission now.
Yeah.
8:51. We'll be back here at 9:20.
Do we want to talk to Colton?
I'm sorry, 9:10.
Yeah. Fine. Yep. There he is. All
there
right.
we go.
I think we're gonna get some words from Colton.
So
There's going to be a drawing right now. So if you're waiting for the drawing,
Just hold it near your face.
Sure. I mean, I think I can get.
it's good. Oh.
I appreciate
there's
it.
a camera right up there. We have a Rookie Rumble pillow.
We're doing a drive. We got a big fancy
And an oversized fish bowl for an undersized fish. Who has... I'm blind. It starts with a 0. Who has one that starts with a 0? All right. Who has one that has a 0.6? Yeah! All right. Who has a 0.65? All right. Who has a 0.650? Who has a 0.6503? Who has a 0.65033?
Give him the pillow. Coolest hair wins.
033. You are the winner of a Rookie Rumble pillow. Congratulations.
So nice to take this off now.
Rookie Rumble is next weekend. Right at Cool Park, right here in Nashua.
It's Jay's show.
See you there. Yes, the following
So,
day is
my
Battle
understanding
Day at Greeley Park.
Just stand closer, and then we'll just everyone right in on each other. We'll be okay. Was that my good eye?
all right, now, so my understanding, your first time in armor.
It is. Yeah.
All right, and it's also your first win.
Yeah,
How
apparently.
do you feel about that? Like,
Well, super grateful that people let me borrow their armor. Like, this is all pieced together from multiple people, and too surprising the win only because like he's been fighting for 3 years. They can just pop off combos very like technical, and I'm out there just like hoping I can bridge the distance to not get into a grapple, but also not just get combos popped off on me the whole time. So trying to find that nice middle ground with someone who's much better than myself. So.
like, since since you're new to this fighting, like you're obviously eligible for the Rookie Rumble.
Yeah.
Will you be participating next week?
Supposed to be. Again, have to borrow someone else's armor. So every time I put on armor 2-3 times just for like funsies, it's someone else's gear every single time. So I just got to find that one super kind person to let me borrow for a Rookie Rumble. Otherwise, I plan to be there with a pile of snacks. So someone give me armor.
So, how are you liking sword and shield? Is that like your preferred weapon style, or do you have a different
It
style
is
of weapon?
literally because it's the only thing I've practiced with so far. I did tell Kate before this fight, I was like, I hope she would be okay with me doing sword and shield. Obviously, she's been doing longsword a lot recently. I'm like, whatever you choose for the next fight, I will start training with tomorrow. So the next fight around, we can try something completely different. I want to do something two-handed. I need to bulk up the noodles a bit more to do so. But yeah, hoping for something a little bigger next time.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your win.
Thanks.
Hope to see you next week.
Yeah, it's great that Xander won too. So we trained together and both took a win today. So thank you all for all your productions.
All right,
We didn't get to their question on the chat.
about the crystals, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
so
think she
sorry.
does. No, there's not a lot of pockets in armor, so there's not a lot of
Sadly,
places to
no.
put your crystals.
They need to make more pockets for armor.
Right, armor pockets. Get on it. So we are in intermission now. We're going to be taking a break, but we should be back in 5-10 minutes.
All right. save up your questions if you have anything.
Talk
Also,
amongst yourselves.
just one thing, guys, I am the highest donor. I've been there for months now. Somebody's got to knock me out of the park. I only donated $30, so come on, somebody can do that.
If you're looking in Twitch, just down below the stream, there's a tip button, and that is active. So go ahead and send us some tips if you can.
No pressure.
No pressure.
But beat me.
Come on. We'll be back soon. are still on intermission, but I wanted to talk about a couple of things that are up and coming. The Rookie Rumble again, I wanted to mention, it is happening next week. If you have never experienced it before, it is something. We are going to do our best to make sure we can stream it. It is difficult though, because it's not going to be here in the hall because we have way too many people. So it's going to be out in a local park. If we can make the wireless internet happen there, we will. If we can't, we are still going to be recording it, and we will be posting it later for sure.
Yeah, you'll be able to catch it no matter what. Just make sure you look for it.
And is the Rumble open to the public?
So the Rumble is open for registration.
Okay.
So there are registration links. Just contact Liz for that for viewership.
Okay. If you are interested in coming in person to Nashua to watch it, check us out on Facebook and at the Knights Hall and on their website. And you can find the information to get there and watch in person. You do have to register in advance, so make sure you take that extra step. The other big event that's coming up is going to be later in the summer, towards the end of August, and I am super excited for it.
It's going to be so awesome.
Is Valhalla. Now, this event is going to be just fantastic. It's 4 days of beer and battling and bands and general bacchanalia and then other fantastic B words.
Yes. All the B words.
All the
Maybe
B
not
words.
all the
Well,
B
no. Not all the B words.
But it's going to be a great time. I think that anybody who's been in steel fighting for any length of time knows that we know how to party. So we are going to throw the biggest party, all of us. And we're all going to get together. Hopefully everybody is in a good state of vaccination, and we're all going to get together for the first time in forever, and it's going to get wild. And of course we get to fight. We get to fight all day.
Yep, there's going to be steel fighting, there's going to be rattan fighting if you're in the SCA. We're going to be doing a lot of soft kit or boffer fighting, as well as just general like wrestling and different kinds of fighting. Any kinds of fighting. If you want to do a particular type of fighting, join the group, find the event on Facebook, propose it. I bet people want to do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. People are all about it. So it's a good opportunity not only to get together with people that you've known for years. It's a great opportunity to meet people for the first time who you've seen online. And it's also a great opportunity to get helm time. Helm time is a big factor when you talk about your skills. So the more helm time you get, the better you tend to be. So come fight as much as you can, and then party with us.
Yeah, and because the way like big tournaments are usually structured, you don't actually get a lot of time to fight. Especially like if it's, ironically, if it's a double elimination, you might have more chance of fighting, at least getting fighting time in, than if you just are highly seeded and have buys and just blow through.
Yeah.
So this, we're gonna have tons of fighting, but it's not gonna be high stress. So we can just keep going and going and going. Different formats, different games.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just community building.
Which is huge.
It's going to be so great.
Yeah, I miss that so much.
Yeah. Maybe? Yeah.
Because it's not there.
Oh, okay. So, if you haven't heard of, if this is your first time watching a fight, make sure you check out the Knights Hall on Facebook. Make sure you go to the website, thenightshall.com, and check out all of the events that are happening, especially if you live in the Northeast.
Mm-hmm. So, this event is going to be taking place in the White Mountains of New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Beautiful area, scenic views, cool mountain breezes.
We like those.
Yes. And the location, I believe, is called Rogers Campground. And it's a campground. They've got tenting sites, they've got RV sites. They actually have their own hotel, I think, on site and restaurant.
Yep, and people can book rooms
Yep.
as part of the block if they're coming to fight. And it's not just for fighters. People who like to watch the sport are also welcome to come.
Yeah, I heard.
So it's just a great opportunity to meet fighters, to get together with people we haven't seen in a year and a half. It's just going to be fighting and hugs and drinking and fun.
Now, I gotta say, chat, you guys have really pulled through, because I am seeing some donations here.
Yes.
That need to be called out. Witch of Bath has been a longtime supporter of our fights here in the hall and has super come through. And I see also Boo Hurt Buddy.
Just gave us a good
just fantastic
bump.
donations, and that really helps these streams happen. It helps these events keep happening.
Exactly.
And just keeps the whole spirit alive.
And Witch of Bath, you beat me. I'm no longer in the lead. So.
Witch of Bath is now queen of donation for the Night Hall. So, other people, feel free to challenge. She can't stay queen forever, or
can she?
Or can she? It's up to you.
So let's talk a little bit about Valhalla. Does anybody in chat have questions about Valhalla? How to get there, who to contact, where to go?
Yeah, there are questions about the fights we've seen thus far, the format, the weapons, fights coming up. Oh, okay.
We're just gonna start again.
Jay's,
who's fighting next?
Who is fighting next?
Ringo and Kat.
Oh boy. Our next fight is going to be exciting. We've got
Ringo, Kat.
Boop.
Nope.
Ringo.
There we go.
And Kat. Ringo Evans and Kat Brooks. Two.
Intermission is over.
When I say Evan Ringo, Ringo Evans, it's an inside joke. It's an inside joke. For some reason, their photos aren't showing up here, but this is going to be a real interesting fight because there's a big weight discrepancy here. This is definitely a huge catchweight fight.
This is definitely David and Goliath kind of fight. Ringo's a much more speedy and wily fighter, and Kat is big and powerful and strong, but also quick.
Yeah, but you cannot underestimate Kat's striking and swordplay, because he's been sword fighting forever in rattan and foam and steel.
Well, here they come. We got Ringo coming out.
We got Ringo in the green.
From Providence, Rhode Island. Using a WMCF Falcon. Kat Brooks.
He's got to be watching people come in.
His balance the cord is pulling his balance off.
So we're going to get that camera fixed.
Yes, we are looking at almost 100-pound difference in weight. So how is Ringo going to pull this out? How is he not going to just get pummeled? Well, it is hard to hit Ringo.
It is.
He
it's
is
definitely
a
hard to take him down.
nimbly-bimbly, for sure.
Yeah.
So is Ringo just going to have to focus on winning on points?
They're also going to be using the heavier weapons.
Yeah, we are also doing the WMFC Pro Weight falchions.
So
they are going to be hard to swing and hard hitting.
And I think that this is where Kat is going to have the advantage. He's used to using heavier weapons, and Ringo tends to use lighter, more swirly types of weapons. But I think we're going to see a good match because Ringo, again, he's quick, he's wily, he can get out of situations that other fighters can't.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a great match either way.
We do not get paid for these fights, Michael. That is definitely not in the works yet.
Unfortunately, no. There's no purses yet.
And here we go.
Okay, action is on. Okay, Ringo looks like he wants to counter punch, but Cat is just holding his form.
Yes, he's trying to wait for Ringo to make the move. He knows if Ringo gets inside,
Yeah.
he can get at him.
Cat's got a lot of reach
He
here.
does. In fact, so Ringo wants to get out of that range all the time, in and out. Cat indeed has a very long range, unexpectedly so. But I think Ringo is also a lower back. He's fought in many times.
Yeah.
And as you see, Ringo's
Yeah,
ducking
Ringo's
out of the way.
ducking, trying to predict that counter-attack.
And he's got to stay out of that corner because Cat gets him cornered.
Ooh,
He's
okay.
getting some good strikes when he gets in the range.
That level change is working for him.
It always has. That's one of the things he's very known for and very good at.
Oh, little pump fake from Cat. Ringo did react big. Will Cat find an opening with that?
Ringo's definitely got to capitalize on those overreaches by Cat.
Oh. Okay, so a very technical first round.
Yes, very much so. And as expected, Ringo used his wiliness to get out of those situations, get out of range, and then get inside range and swing. He did get a lot of good shots. I'm not sure who took that round.
You know, I wasn't counting the blows.
Yeah, same.
It was close.
I think so.
It's very. I'm glad I don't have to judge this fight.
Yes, definitely. I think Cat definitely got a few blows in. So did Ringo. So I don't know. We'll see. We're at a time right now where our coaches are giving some pointers to our fighters. So we'll see what changes when they come back in.
Neither one of them seemed to exert a lot in that first round. I think we're going to see this go quite a few rounds.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Fight!
I don't think we're going to see a lot of change in tactics, but Ooh. It's really hard to get to land anything on Ringo, but if anybody can do it, Cat can.
Good combo from Ringo. Oh, that's devastating. Okay.
He took some really hard hits that
Yeah,
time.
those are some hard
Whoa. Ringo's trying to get in there and distract him with his tail.
Get that long jab, trying to block his vision.
Corner.
Oh, the Cat's tying him up, which is exactly what Ringo does not want.
Yep, exactly. He wants to stay out of that corner. He has to get in and out. This is taking a lot more energy from Ringo because he has to get in and out.
Get out! You're in the corner.
10 seconds!
Knees! You're in the corner.
Oh, Cat's got him
Cat's got
tied
him
up
bent
hard.
over. That doesn't.
Oh, saved by the bell.
I honestly think that Ringo could have stayed there for a long time. He's notorious for slipping out of holds like that. So,
Yeah.
but
He
Cat definitely got him in a compromised position.
He had him
there.
compromised, but he wasn't able to capitalize.
No, not yet. And saved by the bell.
I do think overall, though, that round did go to Cat. He was able to tie Ringo up and get several strong strikes.
Yeah, definitely.
More than once.
Yeah, yep. It definitely was when he get him in the corner like that. It was when he got all those blows. So I don't know if there was any injury here.
You know, I don't know about. I wouldn't say injury, but you know, you take enough blows, you get bruised, it still accumulates. You know,
Yeah.
and those are some hard hits Cat's driving in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these guys train together a lot, so I think there's some understanding of how each other fight, which contributes to even better and more technical fighting.
Well, they've been doing a lot of wrestling training lately together.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and I
Good
think
combo, her buddy.
there is definitely the size and strength factor, but that's why Ringo's trying to stay out of that reach.
Lars, you ready? Fight!
Thanks for bringing that to our attention for her, buddy. All right. So I think they're both feeling a little tired. Not too bad though, I think. Oh, that was definitely a good combo. You just got to get in and out, throw some shots.
That takes a lot of energy, diving in and out like
Yeah.
that.
When you got all that armor on top of you, definitely. Ooh, that did not go as planned.
And you know, Ringo really does favor that buckler, but
Yeah.
Cat can get around it. Like, he's got the sword skill.
Yeah. It's a very small piece of protection. And it can be used offensively, but I don't think it can be used offensively in this scenario very effectively.
Tie up. Cat is chasing him down. He's hard to hold on to, though.
Once again,
and again.
same thing. Rio just knows how to keep out of his grip, but I think at the end of each round, he's finding a little bit harder. I don't think he can hear you, but yeah, absolutely. You gotta get out of those situations. Thankfully, the bell saved him, but Ringo is pretty notorious for getting out of situations like that, so never lose faith. But Cat is a big guy, so enough of that, and it's just really, really exhausting. We're getting a close-up of Ringo. Brandon's talking to him.
Yeah, we got
Giving him
a
some
quick
pointers.
armor repair going on.
I mean,
with,
it's always a quick armor repair with Ringo.
Ringo is in a perpetual state of armor repair, holding up that, you know, Trash Night branding.
Yeah, I mean, if he ever had fully nice armor, this is completely clean and undented, we'd all be shocked. Nobody would recognize
I
him.
can't imagine it.
Here we go again. All right, let's do this. We're feeling each other out again. Oh. It is very hard to hear the rest sometimes when you got stuff going on. Those guys are definitely brutalizing one another. Cat's definitely controlling the grapple here. But Ringo's turning him around. He's throwing some knees.
Yep.
He's just got to slip out of there.
You're trying to keep that clinch active. And that's a...
Oh! And the
He walks
rail
him
tripped
down.
him over, yeah.
get some rest time in.
Ringo's getting in solid punches. So Ringo got some solid punches to his side while he had him pinned in the corner. I don't know if that's going to really make up for things.
Was that round 4 or 5? That was 4. Yeah, 3 or 4.
Lost track.
It's just been so intense.
Yeah, we get really into it.
Yeah,
And then
I think that was round 4. I think we'll get a round 5.
Curtis, was that round 4? Curtis.
This will be round 5.
Round 5.
We're going to 5.
Okay, we're going to 5. Phew, we can count.
This is going to be round 5. We are going to round 5. We've all marked.
Guess we're not the only ones who forgot where we were in time. But I guarantee you those two guys are not forgetting where they are in time. They might be forgetting where they are in the physical world, but time has certainly not gone quickly for them.
All right, 60 more seconds.
This is some great technical fighting.
And both breathing real hard.
Once again, Cat is waiting for Ringo to get in his range. Ringo is waiting for Cat to not be waiting for him. So.
Well, we got a fake. Like Cat ties him up. Oh, Ringo slips out. Cat takes a low blow. Blowing, striking low.
The first one.
Cat's keeping him tied up. He doesn't want Ringo at range.
Cat wants to tie Ringo up so he can keep throwing blows. Ringo wants to get the heck out.
The ref breaks up the clinch for being inactivity.
Yeah, Ringo's getting a couple blows in the legs, but it puts him unbalanced, and Cat's taking advantage of that.
Oh, Ringo tries to punch him in the butt.
And
they break up the
broke
clinch
him up.
again.
Yep.
Cat's really trying to just tie him up now.
They're both getting really tired. Just blow for blow now.
All right, wow, round 5. Whoa.
Wow, okay. That was grueling as hell for both of them, I think. Everybody hugs. My favorite part of the sport. So Josh thinks Ringo took it.
You know, I'm leaning that way too, actually. Cat did manage to tie him up quite a few times, but he wasn't able to take advantage of it too often.
Yeah. I definitely think there were a couple rounds where he definitely dominated. But yeah, I can see Ringo taking 3 of the 5.
I felt like I was winning exchanges, so.
I'm definitely looking forward to Dustin versus Brian Durante later tonight, because that's going to be an amazing fight. 2 very athletic guys.
Okay, let's see what the judges
All right,
decide.
Here we go.
Unanimous decision. Cat!
Excellent fighting. Excellent. Both if you want. If you can get them both. Whoever you can get.
Ringo.
Guess what I said? Here?
Yeah, wherever, yeah.
Okay.
There's your mic, there's your camera.
Where do I look?
Right here.
Cool.
Look at me.
Cool, what's up, Vince? I miss you.
I miss you too. So, that was your first fight in how long at this point?
Wait, you or him?
I'm interviewing you. He's got the camera. This is your first fight in how long?
Actually not that long, because I just went to Texas to fight. But before that, like 6 months.
How do you feel the combatants between Texas and here changed the way you fight?
Not really. Like that was a longsword match against agile opponent who's my size. This is not that fight.
So this being not an ideal opponent, how did that change your thought process of approaching the fight?
I like to fight inside, try to dirty box a lot, try to really stay, change from distance to close. At first I didn't want to do that because Cat's got really good range control and he's very good in the grapple, but it actually started to work for me. It was around 2 and 3 because Cat was trying not to grapple to save energy and work his sword work and train me a little bit. But then when he felt that the range game was changing, he went back to the grapple and it became pretty clear that I needed to find an answer to that, which I didn't.
How do you find conserving energy works for you in terms of both grappling and moving a lot around the list as you do? It's very characteristic of yourself and your fighting style.
I like to go all out as hard as possible. So actually Kat came up with a strategy a while back where we would wait the first part of the round and then go as hard as possible and then step out and then sort of see if they were able to keep up. So,
what do you think ended up at the end of the day losing you the match?
The grappling. Cat's technically better than me at the range, but he was, because the pro falchions are so heavy, neither of us really knows how to play that game. And he wasn't able to score his normal flurries until he got in close. And he also wasn't able to pick at me, so I had a little bit longer range on that, which normally I wouldn't because my saber is longer. So Cat's game was not really equal to that, I guess. But then as soon as he got control over the top, I landed some stuff in there, but I have no idea if it was hard. I have no idea how it looked. And he was in clearly dominant control as soon as he got me. So I just need to find a way to stay out or learn how to reverse that shit.
Great. Well, thank you for your time, Ringo. Appreciate the interview. Go get out of that hot and heavy armor. Oh, Kat, would you also like to interview? Sure. Excellent. Do we have time for that? So, clear victor. Came out of that pretty well. What do you think ended up, what was it going into your thought process approaching this fight? Ringo's a smaller, more agile fighter.
I've usually come up on the winning side on Ringo usually from my sword skill, but Ringo's pretty good. And but the first round, I noticed I felt he was doing better. The judges tell me that's not how it was going, but in my mind, he was beating me in the sword fight. So I was like, okay, we're going to round 3 and 4. I need to press on him because I guess this is how I'm going to win this fight. He's too squirrely for the weapons we have because his saber was had some light. It was a little bit lighter, I think, and had some length on my weapon. So it was I wasn't able to balance my range dynamics how I like them. So I really decided to see if I could gas Ringo out by pressing the attack on him. Not necessarily taking him down, but putting him in uncomfortable positions where he wouldn't be able to take deep breaths. So that's kind of where I was at when I was pressing on him. Even though he's escaping in a lot of these, he was using a lot of energy to keep moving and to keep on his feet. And gimmels are a hell of a thing, buddy. Sometimes they just turn on you.
When it comes to catching someone as squirrely as Ringo, do you find that there's any particular trick to getting him around the list, or is it just a wait for the right moment?
I kind of tend to go straight and try not to pay attention too much to their side-to-side movement and catch up as I need to, because my diagonal steps are pretty fast, and because squirrely people like Ringo will fake you going the wrong direction if you're actually reading his movement. So if you just don't pay attention to the fakes, you just get right through. So.
When it came to the speed versus the power, Ringo clearly having the speed and you having the power.
My hand speed's a little faster than his, I think, but yeah, it definitely felt like I was blowing through some of his blocks and hitting him with the falchion, and I definitely thought that when I hit with the falchion, it was easier for the judges to hear it because there was a much louder, resounding sound from it.
And what do you think ended up winning you the fight?
The fact that I have 100 pounds on Ringo.
Yeah.
If all things being equal, I fought the way I did at his size, he would eat my lunch. But I was trying to give him a fight close to a fight that's coming up for him because he's fighting a technical fighter, so I was trying to fight a technical fight in the beginning and started to turn on me, so I decided not to lose.
Nice. Well, congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much
for the interview, and we'll see you around.
See you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the fight.
Excellent.
All right. 2 great interviews there.
Yeah.
That was an amazing fight.
It really was.
If you are looking to review technical fighting, you should keep watching that clip again and again.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Those are 2 very technical fighters with very, very different styles. And just seeing those compete with each other. They also know each other's styles really well, so they play against each other with a great deal of knowledge about the other person's weakness. So that's really fantastic.
All right, now let's check out this next fight. We've got Jack versus Liam coming right up. Now, this is another one with a bit of a size discrepancy. Jack has a bit more body weight, but a lighter kit. It works out. They've both been fighting about the same amount of time. I'm not sure where this way is gonna go.
Yeah, this was a tough one. I think they've both been training for about the same amount of time, and they have. I don't think that either of them has really hit their groove and found their style yet, but they both are at the edge of that. So I think it's going to be a very good fight.
From Manchester, Hampshire.
All right.
Weighing 205 pounds, using falchion and shield, Jack Young.
Interesting, not so secret tidbit now from Finn in the chat that Jack is a secret lefty / ambidextrous. So his shield work may be even higher, even though he's not going sword left hand.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how that works in his favor. I'd say that they're size-wise pretty evenly matched. I mean, there's a little bit of a weight discrepancy, but not like Cat and Ringo for sure.
This has turned out to be a very falchion-heavy evening.
It has. Falchion's a great weapon if you're looking for something that can hit hard and also has the flexibility to move around and get some good shots in. Falchion, you can't go wrong with the falchion. It has more power than the arming sword, and it is not as unwieldy as a two-handed sword. So, well,
all right. A lot of shoving to start off here.
Jack had a couple of good shots at the beginning.
I think Jack's early combo, Jack's playing a bit more high-low, which is paying off for him. Liam needs to keep his shield up better.
Wow. I'd like to see a little bit more aggression from Liam. But I think Jack may tire himself out if he keeps going at this pace. He might be at the end of the
Good.
That didn't look good.
Yeah. That knee was close. And Jack drags him down.
He pushed his balance too high.
And we're going to take a break for an armor failure.
And we have an armor failure on Liam. He's lost his shoulder, so they're going to go ahead and fix that.
Yeah, we got our squire on it. He's going to make quick work of this. So no real risk of this stopping the fight.
No.
Oh, and now we get an actual close-up look with our action cam. You can see how this actually plays out. I know a lot of fans, thank you, Tricky. A lot of fans have questions about how the armor works, but so many of their footage, it's far away, it's blurry.
Yeah.
So this is a real treat, I feel.
Yeah, and he just lost a tie. And sometimes the armor itself shears at the ties while they're fighting. So it happens a lot. We keep a lot of the leather thongs handy so that we can fix it. And there you go.
And
we're
boom,
back in order.
That's what a good squire will do for you.
lot more aggressive now. Just immediately with the kicks and the chops. See if he can keep it up. They're both getting good angles.
Okay. So I think Jack is showing a lot more energy so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell in the first round whether they're using too much energy and they're going to tire themselves out mid-fight, or if they can keep that energy up all the way through. So it remains to be seen there. But I definitely think that Jack's footwork is a little bit better, and he's getting quite a few shots in. Liam seems to be blocking a lot of them, so kudos to him for that. But he definitely needs to be more aggressive and get in there and swing. If he's not landing the shots, he's not going to win the fight. So hopefully that's what his corner's telling him now. And when he gets in, we'll probably see some more strikes coming from Liam in the second round. I'm predicting, anyway.
And I saw at least one really good kick from Liam.
Yeah, definitely.
So hopefully he can take advantage of a variety of attacks. Oh, very good front punch. Very good punch.
Definitely much different.
Yeah.
Much different fighter second round.
Liam's coming in for a clinch.
Hi.
Great advice for the wrong fighter from the corner.
Oh, overshot with that one a little bit, but he's definitely throwing more blows, which is good to see.
Yes.
Both of them
This is the higher volume I wanted from Liam.
Both of them are using angles. I think he's getting tired. He's got to get out of that corner.
What? No.
I don't know. That's great advice. I'm not sure Jack is up.
Yeah, I definitely think he needs to get in there and start throwing blows.
Oh, Liam should
That
be
would have been a
pressing
great
this.
time,
Liam should be
yeah.
pressing this.
This is the time to press it, but I think they're both passing a little bit. But I'm unsurprised to see Jack Gunderson.
Oh, fabulous right.
Stop fight!
I really like that round.
That was a very good round.
I thought Liam brought a lot, of his 1-2s in, some great shield punches. He played the range pretty well, made Jack overswing a few times.
Yep. And like I was expecting, the energy level on Jack definitely dropped. So I think that Liam was able to keep up with him. I think Liam is preserving his energy a little bit better. So I think it's going to be very interesting what we see in the third round. Liam definitely brought the aggression in this one. Don't know if it was enough to give him the round, but we don't know. We'll see.
One thing I noticed is Liam is going without the stool, resting in the corner. Now, it could just because he doesn't like the height of the stool, or because he's just feeling more energy right now than Jack.
It could be that his energy is increasing, and that could give him the next round.
Fighters, you ready? Sure. Fight!
That was nice on the back spin. You just got to get out of that. Oh, no. Okay. Nobody wants to do that again. Not like that anyway. So, yeah, they're both kind of at the same energy level right now, I think. Jack's getting some better strikes in, though. Liam's got to be bringing some of the...
He's picking his shots in this round.
Yeah.
Well, and then he throws 3 into the shield, but...
I think...
There we go. Okay. Oh, nice. Very clean. very clean. They should be fighting.
they're testing. I mean, that comes to them both being at the same energy level. I think now we're...
10 seconds!
He's got to do something if he wants the round. Oh, terrific control from Jack.
Yeah, I definitely think Jack took that round at the end of it.
He was tired in the last one, and he knew he had to, put on a show.
Yep. And Liam just caught a couple of bad lucks with those throws, and he's definitely going to have to bring the aggression for this round. Apparently they gave one round to Liam if we're going on to round 4. So I would guess that would be the second round.
Yeah, I think the second round went to Liam.
I was still bad drinking water when I had to fight.
10 seconds!
So we're going to come into this next round, and I'm hoping that we're going to see a lot more aggression from Liam. Oh, and a continued technical precision from Jack. Because he is definitely landing the shots in a more precise way. Like he's getting in a thigh, he's getting inside the field. So I'd like to see that continue. He's also had some solid head strikes as well. We're you see our very technical way of repairing our elbow armor is to use hockey tape, because sometimes you just can't get another leather buckle on your arms, and hockey tape is the only way to do it fast enough that you can get back on the field and fight.
Yeah. And while we're taking this armor break, I want to say thanks to our new followers, Sepmozod, sorry, and John the Red. Thank you for following.
Great. I love to see it, guys. Continue coming out. Continue watching the fight. Hopefully soon everybody can come in here and see it with us. Here we go. Jack's prancing a little bit. I think he got his energy back.
And Jack going for that.
Going for the takedown again.
Going for that takedown, but the position on the. There he goes. He steps him around. Oh. You see, Jack went for that first throw, but couldn't get it because of the position on the list, and then managed to turn him around for a different one.
Yep, that was very
technical,
good.
very good. You gotta throw more sword strikes at him.
Yeah.
He had that leg open. He could have got a few more in.
He got a good solid strike on that leg, but he needs to bring in the combos if he wants to actually get the points. Ooh. That was nice and loud, but not very effective.
And then it was answered again by parry repost.
Nice. He used the reverb of that sword strike against the shield to get a good solid punch in the face. He's got to get out of that corner, though.
Liam's doing well counterpunching, but that's not going to show the aggression the judges want.
Yeah, and he's going to have to capitalize with a lot more combos. One strike isn't going to get it for him. So a lot of energy from both these fighters, and kudos to that, because we're all coming back after a long time off of fighting. So.
both of these fighters are feeling it.
Oh yeah, it's grueling. I mean, we have a nice cool night in the hall tonight, so thank goodness for that because.
Yeah, we've had some real scorchers here in the
Yeah.
hall, and tonight the temperatures are actually quite nice.
Yep. I mean, I'm sure they're boiling, but. Are we going
All right,
for round five? Oh my.
This could be anyone's fight.
It could. That was a nice counter, but he's got to get a few more shots in every time. Oh.
Liam's counterpunching is still paying off. Jack rushes in, tries to get him against the list. Maybe go for the throw again.
He's got to use his shield to
Yeah.
control Jack and get the strikes in. And Jack is
There we
doing
go.
a very good
There we
job.
go. He's throwing multiple strikes. And he gets that underhook, takes him right over the head. And almost takes out his corner man.
And Liam's up again.
All right.
So.
Ooh, that was a rough kick.
Yep, nice. He's got to throw more of that. He's like more of everything. What he throws is great, but he's got to do more of everything.
Yeah. Liam has played a very defensive game.
Push that. Get it. Get some points.
10 seconds.
Whoa. Good.
Right.
There you go.
Trying to get over his head.
That was nice. Really separated and got some shot in there. Right. I think that
And
we
I think that
saw-
took about everything Jack had, but
Yep.
I think that might have got him the victory.
I think so too. I think that we saw a lot of technical fighting from both of them, but I think that what we needed was more of that from Liam.
More aggression.
More aggression, just more combos, more
Volume.
just more strikes. I think if he had done that, he probably would have won the fight. But I think you're right. I think in this case, Jack took the fight.
Yeah, 5 rounds. Winner is Jack.
Good job, Jack.
Nice job, both of them.
Excellent fight. Excellent fight.
Yep. Somebody get Jack a chair? Oh.
All right, so let's get this spun around. We've got these guys over
That's the microphone. This is the camera. I'm asking the questions.
Oh, good.
So, that was both of you. Excellent job. How long has it been for both of you since your last fight?
Yeah, it was St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day for both of you.
Yeah,
was
we
that a
fought
night
together.
fight or was that a duel?
I did a duel against Will Alloway. He kicked my butt 2 times in a row.
I forget who I dueled because I dueled Chuck, and we did the next.
Chuck was your last one.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, that was Patty Days too. Okay, yeah.
When it came to this fight, obviously it's different from a duel because it's much more brutal. What did you find the most difficult about your opponent?
Everything was fair game.
Yeah, I mean, we've got pretty similar reach. He's only got me by 20 pounds. Exact same weapon set, shields. We both know how to use them. You stepped up your grappling game, man. Too much. I was expecting for hugs.
What did you feel like your personal weakness was in the fight?
Oh, I'm out of shape. I was gassed pretty early.
Yeah, same. I gassed pretty early. He actually busted both my arms by the end. That's why I had like a lot of dangling. It's just like I can't hold them up. But just we both persevered.
Yeah. Well, push through.
Yeah.
Let's get this crap off and go drink a beer.
Yeah, I smell like a swamp.
Thank you for the interview. You guys have a good one.
Thanks for all the support. You guys are doing great. Making this awesome.
All right. Yeah, that was a great fight.
It was.
You know, and one thing I've loved about the fighting this evening is it's all been really close. Like, we haven't seen almost any blowouts.
Yeah, we've seen some really good matches. We've seen some surprising victories. We've seen some expected victories, but it's just been a great night. I think that fight was particularly good because the size was pretty even and
very well matched.
Very well matched in skill. So yeah, I think I can't complain. It's been a great night.
So let's check out this next fight. What do we got going on next? Tony
and Shaq.
This is the great sword fight.
Oh, buddy.
Oh yay, we got the big guys coming in.
And I know he's in... Do I what?
Is it the Steel and Fox?
Did I not import Tony? Okay, let me grab Tony here.
So we're working on getting our stats up here. So we're bringing in two of our heavy guys, like big, tank fighters, and I guess they're going to do the great sword thing, which I'm not sure I've actually ever seen a great sword fight here. And I'm pretty excited about it.
No, I think this will be a first for the Night Hall that I've seen having a great sword fight. We've done pole arms.
Yeah.
We've done two-handed axes. The hall is famous for its two-handed axes.
Right. We've done some funky swords like Tyler's weird.
His McChopper.
Yeah, I don't know.
Machowski Bible falchion. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's see, what does the tape show? So.
Oh, who's Fighter B?
Fighter B. Classic. Classic.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. It's
the Battle Dwarf.
Chuck. Chuck is our Fighter B. Chuck Vallis. These fighters, Chuck has a little more experience, but they've both been in steel for a little while, enough to definitely get their legs under them.
Yeah, let's say they're about the same time frame as Liam and Jack.
Yeah.
So it's about that skill level. So we're gonna see some grappling. We're gonna see some big solid whacks, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I think the dynamics of the great sword are just so different than other weapon styles. It should be super interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be sparks, man. There's gonna be sparks. So
where are we fight-wise?
I don't know. Well, so let's talk about what it takes to get into this fighting. Like, we have a lot of people that we talk about. They've been here for a couple of years. We've got some people that are coming in for their first fight. Really, this is like a sport that people don't realize they can do.
Yeah.
People don't even know it exists until they see something like this.
Yeah, it's a great point. You don't have to just watch it here on our streams. You too can be a part of this.
All right, from East Boston, Mass.
Check out armoredcombatsports.com to find out how.
Using a freaking great sword, Anthony Tony DePrizio. All right, kid, listen up. From Wilmington, Mass, weighing 255 pounds, Chuck Vallis. Listen, kid.
I am so excited for this fight.
Me too. This is gonna be great.
You're using freaking great swords.
Swords. Now we got swords.
These swords are so great.
They're gonna take somebody out with these things.
I'm worried about the ceiling fans.
I'm worried about the ceiling fans. I'm worried about the sideline.
I'm worried about my gimbal. It's borrowed.
I don't blame you.
All right, let's get it on.
Tony's swinging around. Big sweeping motion.
Ooh, that's some hard hits.
Loopy swoop, the audience is saying.
You really got to use that inertia with a great sword. Oh, he didn't capitalize though.
I think there's a lot of risk here to hit places you don't mean to. So capitalizing can be a dangerous proposition.
Use the range.
Yeah. Tony's bringing out the big punches.
It's important to remember, this isn't a duel. They can fight with everything they got. Kicks, punches.
Woo! Baseball bat swing right to the side.
Oh. Wow. That was exciting. The sparks, just the inertia of it all.
It is so amazing to see these giant weapons swinging through the air. And the way that Tony was just giving it his all. And just completely swinging around. These big swoopings, sword strikes. And it is the difference in their style. You can tell that Chuck is much more of a direct, like swing and hit him kind of guy, where Tony wants to get lots of momentum. So I am seeing a little bit of blocking with the hands, which is concerning me a bit.
With weapons this powerful, blocking with your gauntlets is still risky.
It's very risky. So I'm hoping that nobody gets any hands damaged.
They both seem to have very strong gauntlets, though, so that's encouraging.
Well, I suspect we're going to see more of the same.
Time! Right? Fight! Go, go! Yeah, Tony! Go back up! Go back up! Get it!
Okay.
Michael, I think Tony's corner person is Megan.
Oh, good inside leg kick.
Yeah.
Oh, great lower kick. Oh, see, now this is when a night fight shows its difference.
Definitely see a lot more of punches and swings.
Oh, Tony is looking super gassed though. And Chuck has gonna capitalize.
Yep. Tony definitely expended a lot of energy in that first round, and we're seeing it now.
Straighting blows, massive blows.
I think it's a temptation to swing.
Chuck gets the takedown. Can Tony get back up? He's tired, but I think he still has some in him.
8, 9. He's up.
He stood. We're still fighting.
So I think we're seeing a lot of temptation to swing at the swords. And they need to focus on swinging at their opponent in their body, not in their swords. So we're seeing a lot of clashes with swords that aren't blocks.
Chuck's corner man tries to drown him.
So I'd like to see a lot more swings at the body and find openings, and I'm just seeing a lot of swings at the sword, which is very tempting because we all love those scenes in the movies where they're hitting each other's swords and sparks fly. But
and I'm seeing a lot of striking and recovering instead of sort of striking and flowing through it into another strike. And that that's really going to gas them. Well, they're very gassed. I can tell from here.
Yeah, I mean that armor weighs a ton. They're two big, strong guys, but
moving all that muscle around takes a lot of work.
Yep. there's a trade-off between lightweight and lots of muscle.
Oh, I just saw.
We stopped the fight because the weapon's been dropped. You can't have a sword fight without a sword. He just didn't even realize he didn't have his weapon anymore. Now they both got to pick him up.
I think if he had pulled something off in the first second or two of dropping it, they might have given it to him, but
maybe. I doubt it though.
Oh! Wow! All right, now Chuck is going in for a half sword technique. Oh! Tony still got it. He's still got gas. He's getting up.
He's gonna take every second.
Yep. He's gonna take that whole standing 8. All right.
That was a classic Chuck, absolutely. Yeah, guys.
Brutal. Oh, this could be a real momentum shift. But, he's giving it everything he has. And they both survive another round.
That is exactly what I expected. I was expecting that Tony had expended a lot of energy. Chuck is notorious for just not going down. And he did the classic Chuck move of like, no, I'm not going down, you are. Mm-hmm. And that was just amazing. And that turned the whole momentum around. And I definitely think Chuck took that round.
It is almost impossible to put enough damage into Chuck to get him to quit.
And he just does not go down. I've seen him hold multiple men on top of him. What?
And that, I think we have a decision.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, let's get some hype in the chat. If you want to see more great swords, let us know.
Great fighters with even greater swords. Here is Chuck
That was an amazing fight. That was a really great fight. I am not surprised by the outcome, but I definitely think Tony had some great moves. Kudos to him.
All right. We're getting Tony over here. Let's get some words from Tony.
All right. That sucked. Hey, Tony, how's it going?
Wonderful.
Yeah. This is the camera. That's your microphone.
All right.
I'll be your interviewer for today, and now we'll wait for Chuck, who's almost here.
Come on, Chuck.
Here, Chuck. Take a seat.
Hey, kid. I haven't seen you in like 2 minutes.
Can you get your mic over here? Reach the camera.
Okay.
So, that was clearly a slugfest. That was your first fight for Greatsword ever, both of you, right?
Yeah.
I think that might be the first Greatsword fight of the hall.
Yeah. We thought it'd be funny to have a very elegant weapon fight between two giant Italian-American brutes.
Yeah, really.
We thought it'd be hysterical. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
It was a spectacle to watch. What did you guys find to be your most challenging part of wielding great swords?
Not getting knocked down.
Not getting knocked down.
I've been working the pelt with my great sword for about a month now, but it's not enough. I couldn't feel my left arm. Even when I went half sword, I could barely feel my left arm, so more practice.
Now, with such an enormous sword, obviously the focus is on swinging the sword. Did you find yourselves even thinking about grappling or punching or kicking much? Or
I think that was easier than swinging the sword.
Yeah, we kind of decided beforehand, like, we weren't looking for a grapple fest. You know, So if it turned into one, it'll turn into one. But we didn't go in there with that mindset. We know we'd be throwing punches and kicks because we like to mix it up. So I had fun.
Now, great sword aside, what did you find to be the most challenging aspect of your opponent?
His freaking strength. There's a reason why I call this kid the bulldozer. And even with the weight loss, dude, you're still just super freaking strong.
Yeah.
So it's a battle trying to grapple this kid.
You can't get Chuck down. That low center of gravity. I tried. It didn't work. I ended up on the ground. I know better for next time.
And what do you feel like you have to work on for next time specifically?
Keeping my feet.
Keeping your feet?
A little more cardio.
A little more cardio. Always.
Always. It's never enough.
All right. Well, thank you two very much.
All
Chuck.
right.
Thanks,
Congratulations
guys.
on your win.
Appreciate
Go
it.
on armor and get out of that sweaty shit.
Oh, thank
Yes.
God.
All right.
All right.
That was amazing.
That was amazing. I love it. I love the great sword. I wish more people fought with great sword. We need to get more of that. It's just so amazing.
And I love those guys. So much
Out there.
heart, so much character.
Yes, definitely. I love them both. They're great guys. So I'm excited.
For this next one?
Yes. We're coming up on the last fight of the night, and this is going to be a doozy, guys. We have Justin Gunderson versus Brian Durante, and these guys are two of the best fighters anywhere. Brian Durante was in the finals of Night Fights, the documentary, and Justin Gunderson has fought all over the place. He's one of our instructors here at the hall now. They're both just really physical guys with amazing gas tanks.
Dustin has an amazing explosive power, fantastic technique. And Brian, he cannot be tired. He is inexhaustible and really precise and ruthless in his striking.
Oh yeah, and he's a surprisingly large dude. He doesn't strike you that way at first until he actually strikes you, and then you know he's a big guy. So it comes as quite a surprise. But both of these guys are just so profoundly athletic, and I'm just so excited to see what happens out here. I fully expect to see people fly.
It's going to be super exciting. They're going to be, I think, throwing each other everywhere.
Yeah.
I expect kicks. I expect
Oh, yeah.
fantastic sword work. And I think we're doing falchions again.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see falchion and shield or I'm assuming. So I also think we're going to see some really solid shield blows. Both of these guys know how to mix it up.
Yeah, this is a really well matched. So, if you have predictions, get them in now because honestly, I'm not sure which way this is going to go.
Nor I. It could go either way, I think. I haven't seen Brian fight in a long time. And I haven't really seen Dustin fight much. I think I saw him.
He fought at St. Patty's Brawl.
Yeah, I saw him on feed. But I saw him fight at Carolina Carnage in 2020, February 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely.
Yeah, Dustin has been on some of the top teams across the country, but so is Brian. So again, could be a very even fight.
Yeah. Tricky Sticky? Tricky Sticky is saying that they are leaning towards Durante, and I can see that. He is our hometown boy. Dustin came recently, so, you know, we have hearts for Brian.
An advantage Durante has is that he just will not stop.
It's complicated. Justin Gunderson.
That's about right.
From Webster, New Hampshire, weighing 195 pounds, Brian the Smiling Assassin Durante.
are going falchions again.
Ah, nice.
They're really, I think, getting in that pro fight training.
Yeah.
Pro fights are getting more and more popular, so we're definitely seeing more fighters training for that format.
Yep, definitely. And I will say one thing of note about Brian Durante is he is always smiling. The man is always smiling. If you see him not smiling, he's probably coming at you with a sword. So.
Well, no, he'll definitely be smiling while he's coming at you with a sword,
that
too.
too. Probably chuckling about it, but very, very upbeat kind of guy. Both of these guys are very upbeat kinds of guys in person, outside of armor, inside of armor. So it's going to be a very high energy fight.
And you may not be able to see through that helmet that Brian is smiling, but he'll tell you as well.
It's very rare that you see him not smiling. I have seen it a few times when in particularly rough fights.
Yeah.
But that's when we all get worried. Ooh. Whoa, we're coming right off that really solid strike from Brian.
Dustin is trying a lot of fancy technique here with feints, and
that was the first time he solidly landed, I think. That was a good dodge.
Ooh, excellent combo.
1, 2, 3, and a kick. That was a lot.
Ooh, devastating punch.
That was what I was expecting.
There you go. He's gonna fall hard.
I definitely think that we're seeing a lot of their individual styles. We're seeing a lot of flurries from Dustin, and we're seeing a lot of very solid technical strikes from Brian.
Yeah, Brian doesn't have quite the flash, but he's got his technique dialed in, and his strikes are just very efficient.
Yes.
10 seconds. Strike.
He was trying very hard to get that takedown, and Brian Durante just sprinted on him.
Brian's feet are something else. I know he does yoga actively, and you can almost see that balance kicking in.
That said, so does Dustin. They both are people that lean heavily on yoga. It's definitely something I need to do myself. But yeah, it's the flexibility and balance that both of these guys have is pretty phenomenal. He just capitalized on an overcommit.
Oh, Josh is calling that round strong for Brian.
Definitely.
I think with that last throw, 10-8.
Yeah, he got a lot of solid swings in. I think Dustin was swinging a lot more, but I think Brian landed a few more in that round.
Now we know Brian is inexhaustible, but Dustin, I think, will absolutely have what it takes to go 5 rounds if necessary.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think both these guys will.
Ooh.
Yeah, those were solid shots. That was a good parting shot.
Bravo. Don't just throw one, throw multiple.
Excellent range.
Yeah. Oh, he got caught on his armor.
Oh, Brian's got some strong knees. But so does Dustin.
So does Dustin. They're both back and forth. Oh.
Ooh.
That's some rough stuff.
This
there.
is a hard hitting fight.
Oh, excellent! Excellent. Oops. He's got his sword still.
And Brian picks up his
Brian
sword
picks it up for him. That was very kind.
Very sporting.
I love it.
No.
shield punch to really control, bend him over, and expose his legs.
And he's got the combos. He just keeps throwing and keeps throwing. He gets a good shot to the face with the shield and then just throws 3 or 4 good blows to his thighs.
And you can tell that punch isn't a jab. He is punching through the helmet. He is aiming for the backside of his skull.
Absolutely.
And then holding it there.
Yeah, it definitely. Josh, I don't know. I think Brian took that round.
Well, Dustin had that really great throw.
He did, but again, the strikes count for more.
It's true. Weapon strikes are the first considered maneuver by our judges.
Yep. And I'm sure Josh thinks I'm just wrong, and that's fine. We both.
Well, we all know how Josh feels about grappling.
Yeah, and he's knowledgeable in it, and he has his own school and he teaches. So I respect him 100%, but I also am here.
All right. Let's get some more of this.
Excited.
Brian is really controlling so far.
Yep. He's got a lot of solid strikes just for a few seconds. Whoa!
That left.
He's just with his shield or
Roll out, Justin!
Okay. He turns it around.
Come on, Justin, bring him down. There you go.
Okay, can Justin hold him in the corner?
I think he was trying to avoid a takedown.
Strike, Brian, strike! Good!
To throw Dustin. He didn't get the leg in though.
Yeah, exactly. Get it.
Knee, throw a knee, Dustin.
There you go.
That was a beautiful takedown. Brian is not even a little bit tired at this point.
No. He ain't sweating at all.
No.
You got it.
Was that Brian?
Come on, take it down.
Beautiful. Yep.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, boom. And that opens his legs wide open. Oh!
No.
That balance paying off again.
Brian is.
All right.
Justin is doing a lot of great stuff.
Justin isn't really doing anything wrong either.
It's just like he's overcommitting on a few of his takedown attempts and like not really getting the balance off before he throws the leg out. And it is hard to break Brian's balance. So, but he's doing a lot of attempts. He's throwing a lot of stuff. He's full of energy. But Brian just dominated that round.
Now, okay, so what does Dustin have to do? Play more of the outside game? That's hard to do because Brian still strikes relentlessly.
He's got to watch out for Brian's strikes. He's got to get out of the way. He's really good at dodging, so he needs to use that.
His slips and dodges are great.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to get away from those blows, and he needs to return combos, not just single blows. But I can't complain about the performance either of them has. So it's a fantastic fight. It's really exciting and exactly what I expected. So. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
This is great.
All right. Is this round 4?
Yeah.
Those strikes are so hard.
Brian's really controlling with that shield. Those nice. He's got to keep striking though.
Push it back. Get the leg. Get his leg.
There we go. Okay, this is good for Dustin.
swinging, Dustin, start swinging. Punch! Punch his head! Punch his ball in head! Punch his ball in head! Punch! Come on, Dustin!
Kat is coaching Dustin to get some strikes in while he's got Brian's off balance.
They're both trying to trade knees. And we're back to striking. And Brian is just hammering them in. Dustin is not able to block. Dustin did a bit of hooking, but
The crowd here is so loud. It's so wild. I can't even. The turnarounds of that whole event, like Dustin put in so much, but Brian just kept coming back and dominating, and he couldn't take Brian down. So.
And I'm sure it's coming through the video, but this fight, just the energy it is giving off, the crowd is 100% behind it.
Yeah, the crowd is going wild.
You get that electric Knights Hall feel that it's just addicting.
Yeah, I can't wait till you guys can all come in.
And the 17-round chant comes in.
So
I approve. Yeah, I could watch this for 17 rounds.
I think we could do it. One more round.
Hey, round 5. And Brian shows no tiredness. He is ready to go.
It's just there. He jumped in so handily.
Yeah, great Superman punch.
The way that Brian is using his shield is perfect.
Both hammering blows.
They're both trying to take the other one down. They're going to separate them.
Yeah, they're going to get broken up here, I think. If they can hear the ref at all.
Yeah.
There they go. All right. 10 more seconds.
That was an attempted takedown. They're just back to banging.
Dustin's still showing so much aggression. That is exactly what night fights are about. It's just a full-bodied aggression, just smashing blows, incredibly controlling, devastating punches. You know, the knees and the clinches.
The combos that Brian was throwing, like shield in their face and just wail on him. And then Dustin was just so, like, he was aggressive, athletic, he kept coming back.
Josh!
Nice job, Josh!
Crushing the pool. Amazing fight.
Amazing fight. That was thrilling, exciting, like entertaining. I love it. Like, we got to get these guys over here.
Oh yeah, we're definitely getting them over here. Oh.
No, go get him. Go get Brian. Come on. We're gonna get him over here, guys. I swear to God.
I just want to sit. I believe it. That's exhausting.
How's my hair?
Wild. It looks good. It's like a video game. It's like those prefabs that you get. Camera, I'll be your interviewer. So, that was a brutal fight for both of you. You both left everything out there. Alright. Brutal fight for both of you. You both left everything out there. When was the last time you fought a knife fight?
At the last Knights Hall Night Fight event that we did, I fought Jason.
Okay, and how long ago do you think that was? A couple months?
Oh, yeah, a month or two.
Something like that.
I don't know. I missed the last night fight, and before that, we were
probably
pretty much,
right?
yeah, pre-COVID. We were shut down for a good year, so.
So what did you find having the time difference between the last time you fought to now? What was the most different? What was the biggest difficulty for you to get back in?
It's always difficult. Night fights suck. They take everything you got. I mean, I've been training, keeping up my training pretty hard at home. So I was just hoping to come in here and throw it all out there and see what happened. I'd never seen Dustin fight at all before. So
that leads to a good question. What did you find most difficult or trying about your opponent to win the fight, or otherwise?
His punches. Punches landed hard. I know that he has a stronger grappling background than me, so I was very hesitant on that early on, kind of just trying to play defensive. But I managed to catch him out of position a few times, and definitely worked to my advantage. But
Dustin, what about you? What did you find most difficult about Brian?
Okay, so I also hadn't really seen him or met him too much before this. I just talked to everybody to try to get some info, and everybody, the first thing out of their mouth, oh dude, his gas tank though. And he never gets tired, it pisses me off. So I came into the fight expecting that. Typically I'm pretty gas tanky. A lot of my other fights here have ended with my opponent getting tired and getting thrashed around. So I knew it wasn't going to be easy. But one thing I didn't expect is a lot of people were saying that he comes forward and doesn't stop. So when we first started, and we both just stood there for a couple seconds, I had this sinking feeling. I was like, oh no, my plan's gonna change, doesn't it? So I was gonna wait for you to come to me a lot. But yeah, it was a great fight. Yeah.
What do you feel like when you're looking back at your own performance? What was the weakest part of your own performance?
I couldn't get my arms up after a while, and again, usually, like I said, I'm usually the guy with the endurance. My right hand is still pumped. My arm is heavy. I can move it, but it's not happy about it. My left arm feels pretty good despite all those punches. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, I had a hard time towards the end. Like, my eyes were open, my head didn't get sloshed, but I was so drained that my vision was kind of lagging, you know?
What about you?
Kind of same thing. My arms got bumped pretty quick. That's a new falchion I've never used before, and even pretty minimal on the PAL. It's real new to me, and that thing is heavy. So I wasn't able to really get any big quick combos in. I was kind of just like lining up and trying to take good meaningful shots to lay some punishment with it, but my arms got tired. And
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was actually one thing you did really well. Caught me off guard. Nobody hits this leg. I actually leave this leg out as bait a lot of the time, and I kept getting hit in my left hip and leg. And I didn't know how to deal with that for the first couple times it happened. I eventually figured something out, but damn, dude, you threw me for a loop there.
That's something that I do a lot in night fights because it's worked for me in the past. I find you typically have a little gap there where you can sometimes catch it off armor, but just early on, rounds 1 and 2, putting some damage in like that definitely helps. Even if you're not like bruised up the next day, it takes energy out of you.
Oh yeah.
Taking shots in the core and the hips like that.
Great, well thank you both for your time. Brian, congratulations on your win.
Thanks.
And get on armor, get on that sweaty crap.
Hey man, great fighting you.
You too,
Loved
man.
it.
We'll see you again.
Love to do more.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much, guys.
Okay, so that was an amazing fight. Some of the best in the country that you'll see fighting here in Nashua.
So if you can get a chance to come out to Knights Hall when we're doing full live fights, there's nothing like being live at a fight, for real. Check out thenightshall.com, check out armoredcombatsports.com. Thank you, Josh. Go seek out these fights if you're in the rest of the country and you haven't yet. If you want to get involved, go find some place to train or find people in your area that have a team. Anybody can do it. You just gotta work on the endurance, as you see.
There are teams across the country. Go to armoredcombatsports.com, check out the Night Finder, find out if there's a local club. And if there isn't, you can start one. Find some like-minded people in your area and get together and build yourselves up. People have been doing it all across the country. You can do it if you want. If you feel that passion and you're willing to get in there and work towards this kind of level of athleticism and action, you can just make it so. Live the dream, man.
Yeah, it's the best. I love my teammates. I love fighting. I love these guys. I love these fights. This is one of the most exciting things I do on a daily. So you can't beat this. You can if you get good enough. But it's just so much fun, and the camaraderie and the fun in the community that's here is really great. So I'm really glad that everybody came out tonight to watch the fights. Your support is really essential to us continuing these broadcasts as well as our live fights. So I appreciate all the people who have tipped and made donations to the Knights Hall so that we can continue to do this.
Yeah, thank you so much. Those tips really do go far in us being able to continue putting on these streams and the local fights. We do so much fighting here in Nashua, but there are fights across the country. So get on Facebook, do some searching, and you'll find a group that you could support nearby, even if you don't want to fight personally.
Yep.
And I'm going to mention one more time, we got the Rookie Rumble is coming up next Saturday, so a week from today. It is an amazing event full of our newbies. All are people with less than 2 years of experience, so they're not going to get steamrolled by all our veterans. It is going to be an all-day event. We're going to do our best to stream it if we can, but if we can't, we will be recording the whole thing and putting it all together in post. And then coming in at the end of the summer, August 25th through the 29th, Valhalla. It's going to be an amazing festival of steel fighting and rattan fighting and foam fighting and wrestling and beer and bands, and it's just going to be a fantastic event. So check those out on Facebook. And that's it for me.
That's it. Thank you guys for coming. Join us at the next live stream. We love you all.
My name's Chris with Steel Tiger Media. This is Julie.
I'm Julie. I'm a member of the Banshees.
Have a great night all.